Not yet, but I am now. All right. Share my screen. Oh, why is it not sharing? Oh, there we go. Okay, my friends, we have lots to do today. Some really active things and some lots of work to get to. So let's get started. Adaptations in the wide world of frogs. So we've been really working on adaptations and what that means to help the frog survive. So here's our learning targets for today. You're probably hearing me with the squiggling. There we go. Is that better?
Yeah.
It was inside my scarf.
Okay.
All right, I was losing it in my scarf. All right, learning targets today. We have three main things to accomplish today. Our first one is I can form and use regular and irregular verbs in the simple tenses. So we're going to play a little game today that has to do with how we are going to have all of those verbs that we've been using, all those action words and verbs to be. We have added in there. We are going to use them to in a little game to see if you really understand those three tenses. We're also going to plan our introduction. We're going to use our note catchers that we've already used in the past to fill out. We've already filled out a lot of ideas about our expertise frog. And so you're going to get a chance to make sure that it's indeed on a, all those things are in the note catcher and ready to be used in your paragraph. All right, the last one. I can write an introduction paragraph for my informational essay that describes my freaky frog, its habitat, its predators, and its prey. Oh, I can see, I can tell who's reading along with me because I finished my sentence. Nice job. So we are going to make sure that not only did we get all of that stuff for the plan, but we're going to use it, right? So that's an important thing for today. One of the other things that we're going to work on today is thinking about why are we doing this? Why are we becoming experts? Why are we learning how to write informational paragraphs? Well, when you grow up, you're going to want a job, right? And you're going to want to do something that makes the world a very good, a better place, right? And we are going to use all of this kind of idea. Now, it may not be about our expertise in the future may not be about frogs, right? It might be about something totally different. But you're going to want to make the world a better place, and in that process, you are going to share what you learn. But we also know that we all want to live in this world when you guys grow up and have kids or whatever in the future, that you want the earth to be a nice place for yourself and your families, right? And so the environment is an important thing, and we know that frogs are an essential part of knowing whether the environment is safe for us, right? So we are going to use our knowledge to contribute to a better world. Now, some of that may seem like, wow, that is huge. That is a huge thing. But can we make the world a better place just here? Yes, we can, can't we? We can make the world a better place just here. All right, so we can put things away where they belong when we finish with them, right? Even taking our recess materials and putting them back where they belong, right? Instead of leaving them outside. We can be careful not to break things and take care of our our school belongings, right? When we have them. Cleaning up after yourself at the end of the day, Mrs. Oven and Mrs. Harrison ask us to do that as a crew, right? To make the classroom clean. Can you do that at home too? Yeah. Is that an easy, simple way to make the world a better place? Definitely. Recycling, throwing away litter in the trash can. And it's going to look different depending on where you are, right? But we're working on how can we do the little things now in our own lives, but how are we also going to do that when we are maybe doctors or maybe lawyers or artists or when we, whatever you choose to do in your life as an adult, right? We can use these skills because you may have to inform someone else about something. Probably won't be about frogs, but you might have to teach somebody else about something that you are an expert in when you are an adult. All right, so let's think about verbs. I'm going to hit, I'm going to move some things here. Present mode. I want you to think about verbs for a minute, friends. What is a verb? Mr. Robert, what is a verb? Ooh, so that's an adjective. Adjectives describe nouns. Verb. Verb. That was a good try though. You've been working. It's hard to remember what all these words are, but Serene, what's a verb? It's an action, right? An action, or we said sometimes it's a state of being when it's a word like is or has as well. All right, what is a verb tense then? What does that mean? We have some verb tenses. Does it mean that they're all stressed out, the verbs? They're tense? No, that's not what it means, is it? Abby?
What a verb tense is like it's like the past of a verb.
Okay, so it has to do with the timing of the verb, doesn't it? Okay, who remembers at least one of the tenses? So like Abby said, it has to do with time, right? When the action is happening, right? Cole, give me one. Past tense. Very good. Let's see my friends at home. Who knows another one? Past tense. I'll give you a hint if you look at the screen there. All right, Logan Peters.
Present tense.
Present tense. Very good. And Marin. Future tense, right? Okay, past happened when? In the past, before. Present is happening right now, and future is happening in the future. Very good. All right, so if you look inside your workbook, that's why I had you have your workbook. We've talked a lot about these already. Look at pages 77 and 78. 77 and 78. You filled in all kinds of different, we talked about all different kinds of tenses. We had a past tense, already happened, happening now, present tense, and will happen, future tense. Can everybody look at page 77 and 78 for me? All right, my friends at home, give me a thumbs up when you have that page for me. All right, so we filled these out. Were you gone that day, my friend? Yeah, okay. So, Mr. Robert, what are some of those examples that they gave you of a verb? Just pick out one on that. Trap. Very good. All right. So trap was one of the ones that, or trap was one of the ones that we had to do what to before we added an ending. Does anybody remember? Trap has a short vowel and one consonant, so we have to do something special before we can add the ending ed. Anybody remember what we have to do? Lyric? Add another P. Very good. All right. So we've done a lot of verbs already. So we had a bunch of, sometimes we just added a D. Sometimes we had to change the Y to I and then add ed. We also had to add an extra consonant on some of them. On some of them, we just went ahead and added a plain old ed, right? All right. So now we're going to check to see past, present, and future. We also had a page on, if you just want to flip real quick to page 84. We also had some words that were the verbs to be. We're not going to focus on those today, but remember, not all verbs are action. Some of them are just having something or being something. I am, he, she, is, it is. So you have those kind of words. All right, so we're going to play a little game, my friends, to see if you know your tenses. All right, so let's see if you'll do it. All right, so we have a list here of different types of, oh my goodness. All right, different types of, okay, where is it going to go? Always in the way. Okay, so we have some different verbs that we're going to talk about. Did these look familiar? No, they don't look familiar. Abby, did they look familiar? Thumbs up. Abby, where have we seen these words before? Okay, you've seen all of them in other books, and we've seen this in some fashion for all of them for our frog work. Yes, all of them in some way have something to do with our frogs, or perhaps our tadpoles as well. If you look real closely, you might see some that go with our tadpoles. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to, Mrs. Aubin is going to assign one of these verbs to all of my friends at home. And in here, because we want this game to go kind of quickly, because we have other things to do today. Remember, we have to write and plan an introduction. So we don't want to take it forever. So I'm going to ask you in a moment, you're going to end up being with a partner, and then you're going to have to make some collaboration decisions. All right, because we know that's a crew activity. So you're going to get a verb. And in that verb, with that verb, you want to come up, oh, I clicked and then things happened. You want to have a sentence that you and your partner come up with that has that verb in it. All right. And you want to think about what would be that same sentence if it was in the past? What would be that same sentence in the present? What would be that sentence in the future? So I'm going to give you a hint. So Mrs. Harrison is going to pick her, she got one of them. It's survive. All right, the word survive. So when in this game, I'm going to think of 3 sentences that have them. They're all going to be basically the same sentence. The tadpole survived the attack from the bird. Was that present tense, past tense, or future tense? Past. How do you know? Tell me how you know. Haley. Because it had an ed at the end. That's one of our hints that it's a past tense. So, and then I'm also going to think, okay, so I'm going to have that same sentence, but in the present. The tadpoles survive from the attack by the bird. What is that present? Yeah, and then I need to do one for future. What do we normally do when we need a future tense? Ellie? You add will to it, right? So the tadpoles will survive the attack from the bird, right? I already forgot what I said. All right, so I came up with my 3 sentences. All right, so I have in my examples of my 3 possible sentences. One was past, one was present, one was future. So in a moment, you are going to be doing that on your with your partner. You're going to come up with 1 sentence and think about 3. All right, I'm going to get that started first, and then I'm going to give you the second part of that thing. So Mrs. Aubin, have you already hit? Okay, so your friends at home, you have it, your particular one in chat. So I want you to think of a sentence with your particular one, and I want you to be able to tell. Hey, Mrs. Aubin, will you be willing to pass these ones out? Or help? No, those are the ones at home. Yeah, don't pass those out. That'd be bad. All right, so look at those and see if you can come up with one. All right, Hannah and Ken, did you work together? Dave work together? Another. Okay, let's see. We go Johnny and Lyra and Abby with her. All right, and all right, come up with your sentences. All right.
What are we supposed to be doing?
All right. Give me a thumbs up if you know what you're supposed to be doing, my friends. You're coming up with a sentence with yours. Okay, so Ben, you're not, okay. So Ben, what's your verb?
What's a verb?
Okay, so you're going to make a sentence with that word in it, right? So, but you want to, in your head, you want to think about a past sentence, a future sentence, and a present sentence with that same word. All right? It can be the same sentence like Mrs. Harrison's survive sentence, okay? But you just have to be able to change the tense of it, okay? All right, Mr. Leo, do you have a plan? Yes? Okay, Astria, you got a plan for your word? She's thinking of it. Logan, you got a plan? Give me a thumbs up. Hold on, just, yes.
Does it have to be on frogs or can it be on?
Could be on anything. All right, Isabella, you're good? All right. All right, Gavin, do you have your sentence planned? Yep, all right. Jensen, do you have your sentence planned? Jensen? Jensen, do you have your sentence planned? Okay, Charlie? Charlie B, you got it? All right, Haley, are you good? Do you have your sentence planned? All right, thank you. All right, my friends, good job. All right. So give me a 5 if you're ready. A 0 or not fist to 5. Fist if you still have no decide. Okay, I'm going to give you 1 more minute to decide. 1 more minute because most of us are finished. All right. Sure. Doesn't help if you don't have the. All right. All right. Here we are coming back together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So this is what I'm going to ask you to do. Here we go. So you need to choose. So you know what your word is. You know what your sentence is, right? So Mrs. Harrison is going to start the game. So what happens is these are all of our choices. So I'm going to have my friend Mrs. Woodland give me a tense for my word. So you're going to say survive. You're going to pick the word survive.
Okay, survive.
And give me a tense. Past, present, or future?
Future.
Future. So now I'm going to think about my sentence, right? I'm going to say the tadpoles will survive the attack by the bird. All right. Then I, Mrs. Harrison, am going to survive is no longer going to be one of our choices. All right. But now I'm going to pick another verb. All right. So you have to be ready for yours. You never know when it's going to come. All right. Who has breathe? All right. So I'm going to say, so breathe. And then I'm going to say, so I want you to tell your sentence together in past tense. All right. So you guys talk together. Say that one more time. Okay, so you said did breathe. Okay, so you added the word did, but what are we going to do what have we been practicing to add to the end of breathe? Ed. So can you do the sentence again with instead of did with the ed? Very good. So they said the tadpoles breathed when they were born. Very nice, my friends. Now you pick another verb. Pick one together. Wiggle. All right. So wiggle is Astria. All right, Miss Astria. Can you, and then tell her what tense you want it for her to be. Future tense. All right. So Miss Astria, we want you future tense with your sentence with wiggle.
The frog will wiggle.
Very nice. Very good. Okay, now you pick one of those other verbs.
Dig.
Dig. All right. Who has dig?
I do.
Oh, Mrs. Aubin has. Okay, so Astria, you're going to give a tense to Mrs. Aubin.
Present.
Present. Okay, Mrs. Aubin.
I dig for gold.
All right. Very good. All right. Then you pick one, Mrs. Aubin. Another verb.
Climb.
Climb. Who has climb? Ooh, Logan. Logan Peters. And then what tense do you want, Mrs. Aubin?
Future.
Future. Okay, Logan. Future with climb.
The frog will climb the tree.
The frog will climb the tree. Very good. All right, you pick another verb.
Hang.
Hang. All right, very good. And what tense? Mr. Logan, which tense?
first camera off. Past.
Past. Okay, Leo. Past tense of hang. This one's a little tricky. Let's see how you do. What do you think, Mr. Leo?
The glass frog's eggs hung from a leaf.
Oh, we did not trick you. Very good, Leo. The glass frog's eggs hung from the leaf. Excellent job and use of your expertise. Very nice job. All right, can you pick the next verb, please?
Jump.
Jump. All right. Who has jump? Abby was.
Abby and I were partners.
Abby and you are partners. All right. Okay. All right. So what tense, Mr. Leo, do you want?
Present.
Present. Good job. All right. Present tense. Abby, you stand in.
Abby's was the frog jumps high.
Ah, the frog jumps high. Does that work? Does that work? Did Mrs. Evie Aubin work out? Right. Yes, very nice. All right. So Mrs. Aubin, you got to pick another verb then.
How about hatch?
Hatch. All right, Mr. Ben.
And I get to say
And you get to tell us what? Past tense. Past tense, Mr. Ben.
So I think my sentence was
Whoa, we're struggling to hear you. my friend.
the
Can you
baby
say it one more
frog
time?
hatched out of its egg. So I think it's past.
Perfect. Very good. Awesome.
Past.
The hatched out of the egg. Nice job. Okay, can you pick another one for me, Ben? Pick another verb. Oh, Mr. Ben, we couldn't hear you. Can you just pick any of them? It's okay, just one.
I think blend. I don't know. Blend maybe.
Blend. All right, can you tell us what tense? Past, present, or future? Blend.
I think present.
Present tense. Okay, who has blend? Sure. Who has blend? All right, Miss Elena, you and your partner is blending into a leaf. All right, present tense. Is it happening now? Yes. All right. And you can also say the frog blends into the leaf. Very good. All right. Okay, pick another verb. Oh, we did, yes.
What'd you say?
Croak. All right, and then who's got croak? Who's got croak? All right, Madison and Ryder. Okay, what tense, Miss Elena? And present? All right, present tense, friends. For croak. Frog is croaking, or the frog, just without the will or without the is, you could just the frog. Say it, Madison. The frog croaks. Very nice. Present tense. All right, pick another verb, my friends. Hop. All right, who's got hop? Let's see, that's Charlie Van Rickley. Okay, and what tense would you like him to have? Past tense. All right, let's find Charlie Van Rickley. Okay, Charlie, past tense for your hop sentence.
The frog hopped on the leaf.
Very good. And we need to double that P, wouldn't we? So it would stay hopped. Very nice. All right, excellent job. Okay, Charlie, can you choose another verb that's on the list?
Leap.
Leap. All right. Thank you. And past, present, or future, my friend?
Future.
Future. Awesome. All right, who's got leap? All right, Miss Abby, you and your partner. Future tense.
The frog will leap over the log.
The frog will leap over the log. Very nice, future tense.
Hard one because in the past it could be two, it could be left or
I know there are some different ones. That's all right. So, ladies, what next verb?
ambush.
Ambush. All right. And who's Oh,
X marks the spot.
it did. Ambush. Who's ambush? All right, Henrik and Finn. And what do you want for the tense? Past. All right.
The frog will provide the ambush.
Okay, so you need that to be in a verb form. So the frog Okay, can you give me a sentence like that?
The frog ambushed its prey.
The frog ambushed its prey. Good job. All right, gentlemen, what's Finn? What verb next?
Stand.
Stand. All right. And which tense? Past. Okay, who has stand? Oh, Gabe and Lennox. Okay, so Finn, you said past?
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, this one's a hard one because it doesn't just add an ed. It's a one of those irregular ones, isn't it? This one's, can I give you a hint? Stood. The frog stood next to the pond. Very good. Excellent. Okay, pick another one. Pick a different verb. Swim. Who has swim? Max Fox has swim. All right, so buddy, swim. And then what do you want, Gabe and Lennox? What tense do you want? Future. All right, Max Fox.
The frog will swim.
Very good. The frog will swim. All right, pick another verb.
I can do it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, thank you. Okay, what's there? What's left, my friend? Max Fox, you have to pick one.
Lay.
Lay. Who's got lay? All right, Robert. And what tense do you want him to do? Past. Past and lay, friend. Go for it.
The frog laid an egg.
The frog laid an egg. Very good. And all right, what verb next do you guys want?
Past, but which verb?
Yes. Say it again.
Climb.
Climb. All right, climb is Logan Peters. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, we already did climb? Oh, can you pick
Logan
another
already
one,
did.
friend? Yeah, Logan already did it. Sorry, Logan. Which one? Drop. Ooh, drop. Who's got drop? Drop. Okay, gentlemen. All right. And then, in what tense, friends? Past, present, or future? What'd you guys say? Past. Okay. Oh, past tense? I dropped the brick on the ground. Very good. All right, pick one of the ones that is left. Cole, pick a verb. Which one? Sing. All right. Who's got sing? Cooper. Okay, give him a tense. Future. I will sing at the musical. Very good. All right, Cooper, pick one. Hatch. Oh, yeah, we did hatch. That was one of the ones I missed. All right, how about the one underneath it? Or how about catch? Would that work? Catch, and then what? Who's got catch? All right, and which one? Present.
I will catch the ball.
Present.
Oh, present. I caught. I caught a ball.
Caught would be happening in the past. So this one's a little hard one, isn't it? I catch the frog. Yes, that'll work. I catch, but if you put will, it'll be future, right? But I catch the frog with my hands. Does that sentence work for you? All right, very good. Okay, what's the next verb? We're running out of them. Which one?
Move.
Move. Who's got move? Oh, Mr. Gavin. All right, give him more tense. Miss Ellie. Future tense. All right, Gavin. Future tense of move.
I will move around.
Very good. I will move around. Okay, pick a verb. No, don't unmute yet. All right. Pick one quick.
Warn.
Warn. And very good. And what tense?
Past.
All right, Isabella. Oh, whoa, I just screwed everything up. All right, I'm going for the wrong thing. Isabella. Your turn, my friend.
I warned my brother.
I warned my brother. Oh, poor Henry. All right, can you pick out one of the ones that are left for a verb?
Hide.
Hide and a tense. And which tense?
Present.
Present. Use hide. All right, ladies. Okay, that is present tense, is hiding, or the frog hides under the leaf. Very good. All right, ladies, pick eat, live, or look. Those are your three left. Live. All right, live in what tense? Which tense? Present. All right, Jensen. Present tense, friend. Oh, Jensen, come back. Unmute my friend again. Present tense for live.
Frogs live for a long time.
Very good. Frogs live for a very long time. All right. Eat, grow, or look. Mr. Jensen, you have to pick one. And a tense.
Look.
Look. All right, who's got look?
Marin.
Marin. All right, and give her a tense, Jensen.
The future.
Future.
I will look at the Amazon frog.
I will look at the Amazon horned frog. Very nice. Eat or grow? Eat. All right, who's got eat? All right, Paxton, and give them a tense. Pass. Okay, so it has to happen in the past, so it's got to be that action. So what's I eat the frog? It's going to be an irregular one. It's not going to just add an ed, is it? Ate. Very good. Ate. So you watched the frog ate the other frog, perhaps. All right. So the last one you have to pick there, friend, is grow. Who's got grow? Oh, that's Haley. Haley Calendar. And what tense?
What tense?
Present. All right, Haley, present tense. Go ahead and unmute, my friend.
The Amazon horn frog is growing since it just ate.
Very good. Or the Amazon horn frog grows, and then you could add that rest of it. Very nice. All right, you did it, my friends. So you did those past, present, and future. Nice job, my friends. Yes, me. All right. Thank you, Mrs. Aubin, for cleaning that off for me. All right, we're going to move on to we finished our first part of our section. All right, go ahead and open. Nice job on your verbs. So we're going to move on to how we're doing our introduction. So go ahead and open your workbook to page 118, 119 for me. And 118, 119. And you'll notice that we have a lot of different things on our checklist that we need to do, but we're only going to focus on a couple of them today. So there are some very specific criteria that we need to focus on today, and we're just going to focus on those ones that I'm talking about. So if you're looking, I'm waiting for my doc camera open, you'll notice, maybe not today. Doc camera is not interested in working to me. There we go. Okay, so if you look at page 118, everybody at home looking at that page 118, you can look at our checklist. We'll notice that under reading, it says the focus of my piece show that I understand the topic or text. All right, so how did you get all the information that you're going to be putting in your essay today? Where did you get all that information? Lila? From the frog book and the special paper are sources, right? So by writing your essay, you're going to show that you understand what you read, right? You're going to understand what was important about what you read and that you understand about your frog. You're the expert. You're going to use evidence from that text to help your reader understand and learn about your frog. So if we look at our next two, you're going to notice that this is what we're doing today. I state my focus clearly and my writing stays focused. What's another, when we want someone to know what our whole writing is about, we use a focus statement. So today, I want you to put a star right there. That's what you're working on today. Right there is that star right there. And right here it says, I have an introduction that gives the reader important information needed to understand the piece. Is that what we're working on today? That's what we wrote down. That's what we have done for our learning targets, is that we are going to work on the introduction. And part of the introduction is the focus statement. So those are our parts that we're going to work on today. Those are our two standards that we are focusing on today. All right. Well, based on that, we have to get to work, don't we? We have to do some planning to get to that point. So
That's the second and third, not the first one.
no, well, the first one is how we got the information, right? We read to get to the information. All right. So here was our model. Where does the introduction take place in our essay? Cole? At the beginning, right? And what color did we color it originally? Red, right? Now, is the whole first paragraph red? No, what did we color it? You can look at it in your book. Everybody right now, look in your workbook on page 117. We color coded it, didn't we? We color coded it yesterday. Look at page 117. We looked at our painted essay and is it mostly red? Yes, but what is not red? And it is green, but what is it? It's our focus statement. Very good. All right, and our focus statement has a little yellow and a little blue to tell us what's going to happen later in our paragraphs, right? All right, so what I want you to think about right now, what goes in that part? All right, so let's reread the model. All right. The poison dart frog doesn't actually fire poisonous darts. Native people use the frog to make poisonous blowpipe darts. That's how it got its name. Poison dart frogs are quite small. Some can be as small as 1 inch long. They live in Central and South America in tropical forests. They eat ants and mites. Poison dart frogs have special physical and behavioral adaptations that help them to survive. What was most of that paragraph about? What did most of that have to do with? Let's see. Trying to get somebody, thank you, Lila. You're on fire today for sure. Let me see if anybody at home can tell me what needs to be included in that introduction. Let's see if I have anybody who's ready to share on. Anyone? All right, Lila, give it to me.
So, what it's mostly about is poison dart frog and how it introduces what it's going to be about and a little bit about what its adaptations are and something like that.
Okay, so it's getting ready to tell us what the rest of it is about, but is it setting your brain in motion about what this frog is like? Yes. So Mrs. Harrison was doing some thinking and she thought, okay, if my reader reads my title, Poison Dart Frog, what are they going to be thinking? They're going to be thinking, why is it called a poison dart frog, right? And are they going to be consumed about, oh, does it shoot darts? Does it, how does it kill its predators? Is it going to be doing, is our reader going to be thinking like that? Possibly. So what do I need to do first thing to get them focused on what I really want to do? Ellie? Tell them why they actually are named that, right? That it don't actually have blow darts. And then I can explain a little bit more about them. All right. Did we already come up with some information about our expertise frogs? Yes, we already wrote a page that had a lot of information in it. It was on page 71, I believe. If you look at page 70, let's see if it's 70. Well, sorry, 70 and 71. On page 70, you have an entire page of all kinds of different things about your frog, what it looks like, what its predator and what its prey is. So everybody take a look at page 70. Do you have some things filled in to page 70 that are going to help you? Mr. August, page 70. Mrs. Harrison has some things about poison dart frogs that she wrote down. Now remember, these are just notes, right? Things that we researched. So Mrs. Harrison's have some things like this. It said where it lives, tropical rainforest, Colombia, trees, and what color, what it looks like, red, yellow, bright warning colors. Frogs eat and snakes. The frog eating snake eats us, and the ants and mites are poisonous. Not poisonous to the frog, but poisonous. They also have toxins in them. All right, you should have some things filled in on page 70 as well, right? Yes, Ms. Cerny. You only have some things on there? Okay. Okay. All right. So today you might have to do a little more research before you get started, right? Into your introduction, you might have to just look through your sources a little bit more. So everybody should have their notes on the note catcher, page 70. All right. If you did them, we went through them. Yes, Ms. Kelly. All right. So he's gonna. I already talked to him this morning about that. How he's gonna have to make up things as he goes. Right. That's for sure. Some of us, you're gonna have to make up some things as you go. That's just how it's gonna have to be. All right. I can help you though with some ideas for sure. All right. So now what I want you to do is, Mrs. Aubin, remember my groups that I wanted for my. Okay. So this is what I want you to do. I want everybody just remember, do what Mrs. Harrison did and think about your reader. Think about your frog. So for my frog, I thought, wow, poison dart frog. That name is really kind of scary and wondering. I bet my reader is going to wonder why it's called that. Now I want you to think about your reader. What is your reader going to wonder about your frog? All right. And I want you with that same person who was your partner before for the other activity. I want you just to chat with your partner about what do you think and it's okay if you don't have the same frog, right? It's okay if you don't have the same frog. I want you to think about and brainstorm some ideas about how could we start our paragraph to get our reader wondering about our Amazon horned frog, or about our water holding frog, or about our glass frog, because aren't they all very interesting? Don't they all have interesting names? Do they have interesting things about them? Do you think your reader's going to wonder about some of those? Okay, so I want you to talk it out with your partners. My friends that are at home, Mrs. Aubin just made some breakout groups of you, and you guys do have the same frog. So when she puts you in the breakout room, I want you guys to talk. And I want you to think about, what are you going to start your essay about that you think that the reader is going to need to know before they can read the rest of your essay. All right, you're going to brainstorm, what do you think your reader needs to know about your frog? All right, my friends at home, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to go in your breakout room. You're just going to talk. All right, thanks, Gavin. All right, she's going to send you there. Go ahead and join that. Okay, go ahead and turn and talk to your partner that you had before. Think about what's your frog. Abby, I'll come talk to you. You have a partner. Excellent. Can you share that when we share when we come back? Maybe you'll just say that. No, I will share that with the group. Yeah, that's a great idea. All right, exercise. Do you have any more time? I think we need a lot more time. Yeah. All right, 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Talk with your group. right, very good. All right. Perfect. Perfect. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So I heard some really great ideas. What are some misconceptions that a reader could have about some of your frogs? Some things that they think of that they might wonder about your frog if they weren't the expert. What are some things? So Max Fox, you came up with some interesting ones for your frog. What did you say about what somebody might need to know about your frog?
They need to know that like the Amazon horn frog, like Amazon, like they need to know it's not a frog, like not Amazon person who like delivers stuff.
Okay, so all right. All right. So what Max said was that the word Amazon is where it comes from, not like Amazon as in the place where all your packages come from, right? That was great. It's not a delivery guy. He's a frog. Then he also said it's a horn and wear on his body maybe, but it's not one of the ones you play as an instrument. That's a good idea. All right. And Roberts, you and your partner Noah, what do we know about what do you think about glass frogs?
They look like glass.
Okay, so they look like glass, they're not made out of glass. So that you could start your paragraph like that, right? They're not made of glass. Okay, my friends in the back, I was talking to Miss Ellie and Mr. Josh. What'd you guys say about your frog? Okay, so the water holding frog isn't actually holding water, are they? So we could start our paragraphs clarifying a little bit about our frog before we tell them about what our frog is, before we describe our frog, right? Okay, so you have a note catcher that we're going to quickly just talk about, and then I'm going to show you a couple of things. But your note catcher is on page 121. So everybody turn to page 121. I'm going to show my friends at home here on the screen, but you've got yours. Page 121. Give me a thumbs up when you're there. Page 121. 121 when you're there. It's right next to yesterday's drawings that we did about physical and behavioral adaptations. All right. So, did we write our focus statement yesterday? Yes, we did. We wrote our focus statement. So now we're planning for our introduction that we're going to write. We're probably going to end up doing this the beginning of tomorrow, but I'm going to see if we can get started. I'm going to give a little bit of time, and then I'm going to show you how to make a copy of something that I made for you to help you to be able to write this big essay. All right, it says introduction paragraph. Describe your frog. What are you going to write in that first section? It says, what is my frog called? What are you going to write in that first section there? Whatever your frog is, right? Go ahead and write that right now. Write it inside there. I would love for you to actually, yep, in the spots. So I would write, Mrs. Harrison would write poison dart frog, but you're not going to write poison dart frog. You're going to write your frog thing. Very good. All right. Then what comes, afterwards it says, what is your frog's habitat? Think about where your frog lives, what you learned about, you're the expert, right? What did the frog learn? Where does your frog live? Do you have this written down somewhere? Yes, page 70. You might have to flip to page 70 if you don't remember. So Mrs. Harrison would write Central and South America. Is that what you're gonna write? No. Not unless it lives there. All right. You're right. Amazon frog does live there. Oh, can't see very well. Let's turn my light off here. All right, my friends at home, you're filling it in. What does it look like? you don't have to write a bunch of things. We're not even writing full sentences. So I would say bright colors for mine. I would say red, maybe yellow. Small. My guys are small. Think about your frog. What are some words that would describe, help your reader see that frog inside your head, their head? All right. You've already researched some of this information, so you probably already have that filed away in your brain, unless you were missing on that day. And then you have some resources you can look up. I'm going to give you some time for that. Predators. In my case, it's the frog eating snake. Think about what eats you. And if you're the Amazon horn frog, what might you put there?
Nothing.
Nothing. And maybe that's going to be a huge part of your introductory paragraph, maybe.
I was actually gonna ask, like, what do we do for because Amazon?
Yeah, I know. You were good thinking, Max, because you were thinking about your frog. All right, Charlie, are you looking back at page 70 to help you? Page 70 to help. If you need that, because you wrote some notes on page 70. All right.
Put a pencil there. Or
Yeah, you gotta have to flip it. Or if you already know, yep. Or if you already have your expertise. And think about your prey. Think about your prey. What does the word prey mean again? Abby, what do you think?
Prey is something that the animal eats.
Something the animal eats. All right. So Miss Isabella's working hard getting her page filled in there. All right. Prey. Think about your prey. For my case, it's the ants and the mites. But in your case, you might have some different things. These are mine. You're thinking about your frog.
They're rocking it.
They're rocking it. All right. My friends at home, how's it going? All right, Ben, good job. Thumbs up. All right. Okay, friends.
I don't know. I only wrote like Amazon and Hornswoggle. I don't really know what they eat. So can I write?
So should you look back to your source and see if you can find it? So Max, what else? Remember, there's another piece of paper that has your work. Yep, you have another piece of paper that you have right, yep, there or here, right? You have this one, or you can use your book. I like you using your sources. I like how Robert's got his book open to the page that his frog is on. Marin has her extra source out. Good job. All right. Yes, but they do. It does say what they do eat. There are some things that they do eat, though. See if you can find them specifically.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah, look for those sources. All right. Give me a thumbs up if you've got something written in every section. You can always add to it. You can always add more inside your actual paragraph as well.
It doesn't show that.
Okay. Oh my goodness, you're well hydrated. Okay. All right. You got the after effect of that one? All right. Miss Madison, do you need some help? Okay, so could you put no predators in there then? Yep, you certainly could. All right. My friends at home, give me a thumbs up if you're still there. All right. All right. Okay, I'm looking at my time. And I know some of you are not finished. And that's okay. Because what can we add as we write our sentences? We definitely can. Our note catcher is just that. It's a place to catch our ideas and our notes, right? But really, where are we holding a lot of our information? And our brains and from our sources, right? Things we read. All right. So this is what I need you to do. I want to accomplish one more thing before we finish today. All right. I want you to go ahead and, so I need everybody to write that last bit that they're writing right now. So I don't want to move on without you. But if you're finished, if you could open your computer because and log in, I'm going to show you where we're going to type our paragraph Mrs. Harrison made us a special place to type our paragraph to help us keep organized. All right. So my friends at home, I'm going to put away my dock camera and that for a moment. And I'm going to go right here to our Google Classroom. All right. So we're getting to our Google Classroom. My friends at home, you're going to go ahead and have to listen to me, but go ahead and open your Google Classroom, which you probably already have open, right? Because you probably clicked on it to get here on Zoom. All right. Everybody give me a thumbs up when you have your Google Classroom open. All right. Because we're just going to get our very first part started today. And I want to give you the opportunity to maybe get that first idea down. And then tomorrow we will actually continue with this work. We didn't quite finish yesterday's work, and so that's why we had a little extra stuff today to get done. All right. Yes, Miss Evie. Okay. Oh, I'm just about to tell you. All right. So if you look at the very top, it's not under this week's work because it's called what we call a material. All right. So it's not an assignment, but it's at the very top of our Google classwork. I'm going to move this so you can see. Here's my Google classwork. It says frog essay. Does everybody see it? If you click on the frog essay, it has an attachment. It's not an assignment. It's not something you're going to turn in, but you're going to make a copy. So you're going to click on your painted essay. And you're going to see basically what I'm showing you right here. My friends at home, give me a thumbs up when you see the same thing I've got here. When you've got it open, it opens a new tab. It opens a new tab. All right. Give me a thumbs up when you see the same thing on your screen that you see on mine. All right. Ooh, I'm getting quite a few thumbs, but I have a couple people who are still catching up. It's okay. Do not put your name in it or anything yet. I know you saw name at the top. This one isn't yours yet. You're going to make your very own. All right. I need everybody to look up here. Eyes up here. All right. This is what I want you to do. This is your last major job. You are going to go up to where it says file. You're going to click on file. Then if you go down just a little bit, it says share, new, open, and then it says make a copy. We're going to click on make a copy, and it's going to give you a copy document. It says copy of painted frog essay. All right. And then you're going to click OK. And you know what happens then? You get your very own document. So you won't need mine anymore because you'll have your very own. And so you don't go, you can just click out of it. Yeah, you don't need to delete it. Just click out of it. And what do you notice about the top of our page here? It has a name and it has our prompt, which we've been talking about that's what our essay is about. How are my frog's adaptations unique? And then what's below that? What's there next? Introduction. Where are you going to type your ideas? Right in there. So Mrs. Harrison's had that idea about the blow darts, that poison dart frogs really don't blow poison darts. Remember how some of the ideas you came up with? Okay, that's where those are going to go, right inside that spot. All right. Yes, Mr. August. How to make a copy? You go to file. But I bet he's not the only one. So everybody's, well, okay. File. You can put your name inside the name spot. Very good. All right.
Can't be all capitals.
No, you can't have all capitals. Proper typing, my friend. Thank you for asking the Max. All right. Excellent. All right. So I always am ambitious as my somebody decided on my Wordle that I'm ambitious. They always plan on getting a little farther than I did. But let's look at our learning targets today. All right. Did we form and use verbs in our tenses today? Give me a thumbs up, a thumbs side, or thumbs down. Did you do your sentences with a verb in it? Some people are not sure. Did you do a sentence that was past, present, or future? My friends at home? Did you do that? Yes. Okay, most of us. I see some people who are still worrying about verbs. Okay, I've got it. All right. Did you finish your plan using your research notes on page 121? Getting down your ideas about your frog. Okay, I have some people who are not so sure. Okay, but I got a lot of thumbs up. I'm looking at my friends at home. All right. Charlie's looking good. Isabel is good. All right. All right. So did we get to the last learning target today? Did we write our introduction yet? No. Guess what we're going to start with tomorrow? We're going to start with our introduction. Does this give you some think time about what you're going to start as your introduction now? Yes. This gives you some think time, my friends. All right. So when you come tomorrow, Miss Evie, I want you to have a plan for that introductory sentence, right? About what you're going to start out as your introductory paragraph. All right. Go ahead and close those computers. We need to head to specials, my friends. Hey, my friends at home. Good job. We will see you at, so we need to see everybody at 12:45 together. Are we using your link or my link? For her. Okay, so Astria and Charlie Van Rickley, we're going to use Mrs. Aubin's link to do so Astria, go to Mrs. Aubin's, and Charlie, go to Mrs. Aubin's for our link to Mrs. Ware's. Mrs. Ware's got a presentation, and then we'll move over to mine. All right, give me a thumbs up if you heard that. All right, my friends. Okay, I'm going to.